All right, so a lot has happened down here this week. Drywall's gone up, wood stove got finished up, got all my outlets wired. My electrical box over there is live and functional now. That's pretty exciting. Still lots more to do, but working on getting piles out of the way so that I can keep moving forward and have functional space. So this pile is left from doing that wall over there on the front of the bathroom, and I need to turn this pile into a bathroom door. And once that's done, it'll be one less thing to trip over, and finishing the drywall will get easier because right now we are stepping over piles to get it done. So let's see what we can come up with. Yep. Of course, because I turned that off. That measurement. This is not square. This is not square. So this one just needs off ever so little. I'll measure the other one. To the side. Here's these pieces I made earlier. Sweet. Oh, put those on the inside of this door. I think I'm just going to take a moment now to hit that with the sander quick before I go any further. Clean that up. I think this is done for. Ouch! Oh, it gets me. All right. Alrighty. Alright, so the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to have 5 boards coming across this door. Now they should equal up to being 30 inches. My door, that would be too snug. I need my door to be like 29.5 inches. So yeah, and that may be a little over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the middle point of what would be my third board in, which is exactly 6 inches. So my halfway point on that board would be 3 inches. So there's my halfway point. And this piece, which comes across the back, is 29.5 inches. So half of 29.5 is going to be, I'm amazing at my math like that. 29.5, so it's going to be 10, 14.5. So I think it's going to be 14 3/4. Let's see how that looks. 14 3/4. So I got 14 3/4 on that side. And then I got 14.5 on that side. Yeah. I got 14 3/4. I'm good. So it was 14 3/4. Alright, so 14. Mark that here on the side. 14 3/4. Now I'm going to match that mark up with this mark. That's the center point of my door. Now I know how much is going to have to be trimmed off either side. And I will do that here momentarily. So I kind of like that. So how far back is that? That sits, might go 2 inches exactly. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, well, 3. So I'm going to mark 3 inches here. I'm going to mark 3 inches here. I'm going to take a chalk line. With a nice little mark across there. Oh, it's not on 3.5. Well, helps if you mark it right. My halfway point there, and my halfway point there, and sit her right on the chalk line. Awesome. Cool. There it is. Let's fasten that. I don't know what I got over here for fasteners. Looking at everything at this point. What are these? Oh, those are broad nails. 2.5 inches, 3/4. Alrighty. So I got some 1 3/4 screws here. I think that they will work nicely. Need a different fit here in the drill. Not that one. Oh yeah, that fits. each of these across here. There you go. All right. So now I'm just going to repeat that whole process on this end. So our magic number was 14 3/4. I'll mark it there. This is my center board for this project. So I'm going to mark my center point, which is here. And the reason for doing this is these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these 6 boards are going to be slightly longer than my overall door width. So instead of taking all that extra width off of one board and it looking like, oh, that board looks odd, it's too short, I'm going to split the difference and trim it off after the fact. So those two are 3 inches there, 3 inches there. There we go. Give myself a little guidance. For where this board's gonna go. Line up my marks. So lining up that center point with that center point. And having myself on this line out across there. And we'll go ahead and touch these boards. Make sure none of that's coming through. All right, we're good. Make sure that this is over and snug. I don't want any gaps or spaces. There we go. two end boards are just a slight thicker in width. Not sure quite what's up with that. It was saw cut, I don't know. Oop. Hey, it would help if I had a battery. All right. There's that. Now, I'm going to move this whole thing over. We're going to attach that last board on there, which is this bad boy. That's the side I want. On the outside, it's nice and gray. So on the outside of this door, I put all the pieces that already look really grayed naturally from being weathered. On the inside, it's going to be a bit fresher. That's exactly how it would be if you had a little outbuilding, right? The outside would be gray and weathered, while the inside would be much more preserved because it would not have gotten the weather. Now, I didn't quite follow through on that with these pieces, but hold on. There is my last board. Actually, this ends up being pretty close right up here. Well, that'll be interesting. Oh well. I'll show you in a moment how we're going to mark that. Now, I got a little gap in here. So, just out of curiosity, I'm going to flip this board around and see if I can minimize that gap. I'm laying it the other way. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. Yeah, that's a much tighter fit up there. Yeah, so I have much less of a gap. I'm laying the board in this way. Although, that board is definitely... And actually, look, I got a nice clean fit then. Up here. Which I like that. I think that's going to be easier for making the trim. Alright, so let's attach this. About doing is stiffen this whole thing up. Let's make a cross member. So this isn't just meant to be decorative, but truly it does stiffen a structure. So from point to point, 54 inches exactly. Sweet. All right. So, let's see what I got with this piece here. This piece. I think would be lovely. Oh, look at all those ugly nails I have in there. We're not even going to pay attention to that. So, oh, I like that little mess of blobs down in there. Oh no. What is this? 4.5 inches. 4.5 inches. All right. So that'll look all right. So just for the sake of how marked that is. Go. There's some marks there. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Over here, this is my line. Nice and dark. I'm able to get out of here. Well, I got this to this. Right there is my mark. And that's awfully close to those nails, so I'm going to take a moment, snatch those out. The rest of these nails I'm going to leave in. So this was a piece that I had put up on that wall initially when I was working on it, and I made some mistakes. Mistakes happen. And this was a mistake piece. Seriously. I just curled those tight shut. My dolly. Alright, uncurl them. There we go. So I took that down. They're not hurting anything in there. The amount of effort I'm going to have to put into taking them all out. In my mind, they can just stay there and nobody will ever know the difference. So, let me cut this and then we'll fit it on there. Here it is. Is it beautiful? It's beautiful. Awesome. Woo! Just love a moment like that. There we go. I wish I had an air compressor down here. Alright, there it is. This is going to be the top of my door. So I put this fun little wonky spot right there where it's nice and noticeable. Excuse me. Excuse me. So I think right down the center. Okay. For this. I mean, this is like pretty rough carpentry. There's nothing finishing about this. I could put this on with finish nails, but I do want to make sure that I got a really nice sturdy fit. On these boards. That's for sure. I've done to be functional. We're going to make sure that each long board gets caught with a screw. Put my weight on there to help cinch that down in there. The screws. What I'm thinking about doing is doing a little cutout on here, but get this door situated first and see if that's still something I want to do. So this one is flush. This down here is not. So this is like a whole inch off. What do I got over here? Down here, there's a 1/2 inch that needs to come off. And up here, I've got about 3/4 of an inch. I made an attempt to split the difference. I don't know how well I did. Back side of my door. Alright. Saw the horses out here. Cinch that in a little. So I got this one back here on my board. This little horse up here. I have myself resting on under the surface. Alright. So, time to do some trimming. This is 3/4, so we want to come in 3/4 of an inch down yonder. And this one should be a 1/2 inch, which is true. So there's a 1/2 inch. All right, one side at a time, so I don't get distracted. There we go. All right. Here's side number 1. Side over here is the side, this is flush. And this side over here is 1 inch. So, come in here and give me a measurement at 1 inch. There we go. Boy, in my ideal world, that would have turned out perfect. Perfect. I would not have to be trimming. I'd be trimming the same amounts off of each side, but keeping everything perfectly square, easier said than it's done. All Let's do it. Easier for me to come up here. Ready? Now, sweet, I even got pieces of wood left over, which is always a good feeling. I do need to make a little stop on my door in there, so that is a good thing. So from here, there's two things I need to do. One, I kind of had an idea of doing a little cutout on here. I had to do it the moon phases. For right now, I just think I'll let my door be. Here's the other thing. Hinges that got to go on here. So for hardware for this door, I just got some hinges. They're the brushed nickel to match my light fixtures in here. And I got 3 hinges that are going to go mounted on this side. Also got a brushed nickel door handle, which will go on the outside, because this door will only need a pull on the outside. From the inside, you can just push it open, and then what brings it back is I'm going to actually mount this spring, and this spring will get mounted, part of it on the door right here, and part of it inside my bathroom, the door frame, and that spring should pull this door back shut on its own. And to me, I feel like if I'm at a campground or some kind of somewhat primitive style bathroom, that's a pretty common feature to have bathroom doors that slap shut behind you. A piece of plywood with a spring, and it goes back on its own. So this is going to be a little bit nicer with this hardware, but I feel like the concept stays consistent with what I'm trying to achieve in the bathroom. So put on this hardware and go from there. And have the 30. worried that was going to happen. That is awfully close to the edge. And I do not want to split a spot open in this door I just made. This looks about right. So. So I'm going to drill this out. So that I do not make a split on the front of my door. Alright, now what I'm going to do is use the 3 screws out of this package. Alrighty. Okay, so my door handle, go here. Somewhere here. So I think the thing for me to do is figure out just how high I want that. Alright, so I did some measuring, and I think that my hand would be most comfortable grasping that handle. Oh, look at that, around 28 inches, and that is exactly where I have it. Sweet. Actually, I'm going to move it down just a hair. About right in there. So, I'm going to mark that. Out in this area, it is really hard to see this lead pencil on this gray stuff here. And I want to make sure that I have it even. So probably it would look nicest about in the halfway point. So this board here got trimmed. Here it's about 5.5 inches. So we're going to go for 2 3/4, just about where I have it marked right now. So right there is going to be a hole. And right here is going to be a hole. So now let me make sure that that is a hole there and a hole right here. So hole, hole. Now, these handles are pretty easy though for our cabinet. So it's going through the back. I'll be using the long ones. Oh, because they will just barely reach. So I just want to drill a hole that's going to be big enough for these to fit through. And that bit is not going to do it. Let me find the right bit. There we go. My bit here. Alrighty. Straight down. Oh, but barely. Barely. Maybe I have to just make this a little smidge of bigger. So a bit more comfortable. Maybe. Ooh, not quite. Actually, it's fine. It's a little snug. I like it. That is sweetness. I really like that texture in there. And schnickers. Really? Alright. How much do I have? Alright, we're going to do the proper thing. Here's my little handle on the back. That's the proper thing.
Can you do that?
No.
Can you do that?
You learn a lot of that if you watch my videos, right?
Well,
So
you always come with a solution.
I'm like, I don't show anybody how to do anything the proper way because I usually
Yeah,
don't know,
there
but
you
I
go.
can fix up whatever I did. Now.
So you'll have to put a doorstop on there then.
Oh, you know what? Dennis, I don't know that I do. Because look, it's going to stop against here anyhow.
Well, but you got a crack here. You got to put a piece on here, down from here to here.
See, I was going to put like
because you got a crack.
Yeah, I was going to put like a little block piece right in here. I see. Oh, did I? Oh, yeah, here it is.
But then to do that, you're going to have to cut this board back a little to do that.
Here. So I cut this piece. So I'll just rip a section of it. And I'll just put a piece right here that'll be a stopper for it. Because my trim goes like
Well, that's basically what I said.
yeah.
But what I'm saying is, there's a crack up here, so how are you going to cover that up? There's a crack from here up to here. Somebody will peek in the crack there.
Well, if you got to peek through the crack to see the crack.
Okay.
You're just...
All right. I'm just... You know how these people are. Hell, they shut the blinds. You got a crack at the bottom, too. That's up to you.
I'm good with it.
All right.
So, then... Well, there it is from start to finish, my barn-style outhouse bathroom door. It's a pretty basic woodworking project, but I sure hope that it's inspired you to take on a woodworking project of your own. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. I know it was an absolute joy to make this project and to make this video. Press the like button if you enjoyed watching this video, and of course if you want to keep watching what I'm doing down here at the Fern House, make sure that you hit subscribe so that you know when new videos come out. Until I post again, stay outside, stay creative, and stay in the way of what inspires you.